Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Thursday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresko. Thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Top stories in just a moment. Maybe I would consider a top story today being the weather. Almost 90 degrees in some spots this afternoon. Meteorologist Brian Lapis tracking traffic and weather.
Yeah, record high for today is 92, and we're very close. We're right on the same street, I guess you could say. 92 set in 2002 and 2012. So anyway, warm day. Could be a couple of thunderstorms a little bit later on this afternoon or this evening. Traffic is behaving as it typically does at this time of day. A little backup there at the merge with I-90 and 291, and a bit of a slowdown downtown, but no major problems on the Pike or 91, and the usual slow spots on our surface streets like Route 20 and Route 9. So let's go to our temperatures, shall we? And wow, there it is. 89 right now in Springfield, 85 Greenfield, 87 Northampton, 88 in Westfield, and 81 Pittsfield and North Adams. Keeping an eye on the radar, as I mentioned, there are some scattered thunderstorms to our north in upstate New York and also in parts of Vermont, and there could be a couple of showers that develop here in the Hudson River Valley, and they might kind of glide into western Massachusetts. So if you have outdoor plans for this afternoon, and especially this evening, say after 7 o'clock, keep an eye on the radar and be ready to get inside, as there is at least a chance for a few scattered thunderstorms. We cool down tomorrow. We'll talk about it with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
The suspect in a stabbing at a Greenfield pizzeria Wednesday night has been caught, and now we're learning more about the case. 32-year-old Carlos Naranjo was arraigned this morning in Greenfield District Court on attempted murder and other charges in the stabbing of his father. Officers responded around 6:45 Wednesday evening to Roberto's Pizzeria on Federal Street, where they found a victim with serious injuries. According to a criminal complaint obtained by 22 News, the victim had 2 stab wounds, one in his stomach and the other in his right arm. The victim was taken to Bay State Franklin Medical Center and later airlifted to Bay State Medical Center in Springfield. Police searched last night for Naranjo and took him into custody on a warrant this morning. He'll stay held pending a detention hearing scheduled for next Wednesday. Police in Westfield this morning closed a portion of Western Avenue due to a serious car accident. A telephone pole was damaged as a result of the crash. Drivers are being asked to use another route when traveling until crews can reopen the road. There is no word on the status of the driver or the cause of the crash. Car prices remain near record highs, but that is not stopping buyers. Prices for used vehicles surged 37% over the past year, based on the December Consumer Price Index. And a new car isn't much of a deal either, with new vehicles up 12%. Still, car ownership increased for every demographic except Gen Z by the end of last year. President Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to a 10-day ceasefire following months of cross-border fighting and a larger Israeli ground offensive in Lebanon. President Trump wrote on Truth Social that the ceasefire will begin at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today. He added that he is inviting the leaders of Lebanon and Israel to the White House for the first time and for first talks between the neighboring countries since 1983. So I believe, Brian, there's Brian. I believe if we get to 90 degrees today, it is the first 90-degree day of the year.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah. We're close.
That would be something. Yeah, we'll know officially.
It is something.
We'll know officially just after 8 o'clock exactly how warm we got at Westover Air Reserve Base, because that's when the record for the high temperature is officially issued.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, let's take a look at clouds and radar. We've also got the potential for a few thunderstorms here late this afternoon and this evening. Not much happening over the valley right now, and most of the action, or at least according to our forecast, the best potential for strong to severe thunderstorms is north of us, especially in southern Vermont and areas in New York State north of Albany. So let's take a look. 22 News Storm Team Skycast. Dry at 5 p.m., 7 o'clock. mainly dry, chance for an isolated shower in the hours after 7, especially after 8 o'clock. Our chances for scattered thunderstorms increase. Notice here 9 o'clock tonight, a couple of showers, possibly a thunderstorm. While we're not expecting a lot of activity, what thunderstorms we get, especially north and west of Northampton, could be strong to severe. If you've got evening plans to be outside tonight, keep an eye on the radar on the 22 News app, and also the app is great because it will announce those potential severe thunderstorm warnings. So we move through 9 o'clock here tonight, some drying out overnight, still the chance for a shower or two through about 3 o'clock, and then mostly dry here tomorrow. Mixture of sun and clouds, breeze out of the north here tomorrow. An isolated shower is possible in the afternoon, and it's cooler tomorrow with highs only in the low to mid 70s. That's still about 10 to 15 degrees above average, but certainly significantly cooler than the potential 90-degree heat that we're experiencing today. We'll talk about the weekend on 22 News at 5.
The Quantum Accelerator, Six Flags New England's newest roller coaster, opens to the public tomorrow. The Quantum Accelerator has everything you could want in a roller coaster: the twists, turns, loops, and of course, high speeds. Kicking off the start of the ride, you're launched from 0 to 30 seconds, with the max ride speed topping out at more than 40 miles per hour. The ride spans over 2,600 feet of track and has 11 moments of airtime throughout the exhilarating journey. Well, you can now get married at Disney's Haunted Mansion for $40,000. That's it. Here's what that price will get you. The Gothic-themed wedding would take place on the steps of the Haunted Mansion in Anaheim, California. The ceremony starts at 5:20 in the morning before Disneyland opens to the public and lasts about an hour. Only 25 guests can attend. The package includes light decor, photography, and transportation from a Disney Resort hotel. The offering is part of Disney's Fairy Tale Weddings, which will launch in July. Chump change. Well, tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, officials in Springfield are cracking down on illegal dumping throughout the city. Tonight, we'll catch you up on the latest efforts. Plus, Secretary of Health Robert F. Kennedy Jr. testified today on Capitol Hill in an effort to reshape the nation's health care system. We'll have local reaction from a local congressman on the Secretary's Make America Healthy Again initiative. And a local property management company has filed an appeal to prevent a major change for a planned shopping center in Longmeadow. We'll tell you what the proposed change is and how it could jeopardize the project. Brian?
Traffic is building in the usual spots at this time of day. Either end of 291 starting to be a little slow, but otherwise we're in good shape. No major unusual problems on 90 or 91, and for that matter 391 looks fine. So we're in pretty good shape in terms of traffic. Could be a thunderstorm or two here later on this evening. We'll track it on 22 News starting at 5.
And updates anytime, wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.